What's going on, guys? Mitch here, and today we're taking a look at the T-Ratched kit and tie torque kit from Silca. I have yet to experience this myself. Haven't even opened it, haven't looked at it, but figured I would kind of go through this with you guys together and experience it firsthand. So if you want to pause and see what is all kind of going on inside here, I encourage you to do so. But as basically things get a little more precise on some of the bikes that I have, I figured it was time to at least verify some of the torque settings that I've been using. So I'm going to open this guy up, wish me luck, and let's crack into this bad boy. Alright, so we have opened the box, and this is what it exposes next. I think it's like a waxed canvas. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it's kind of covered in this material. It's quite heavy, this little wrap. I will probably weigh that at some point today, as well as there is a tie torque instruction manual kit. Looks like that's inside, and that is it. And there you go. You scan this little barcode, QR code, and the manual is up to date. That's kind of cool, and also less packaging. That's a nice little feature, so if you want to pause and take a look at that, and there's the tool itself. Pretty cool. And let's kind of get inside this. I've got actually a pretty interesting story about how I acquired this as well to share with you down the line, so stay tuned for that at the end. And ooh, I want to say this too. You know what? Let's weigh this, just in case anyone's curious. I will get a weigh on this because it feels fairly hefty, actually, for what it is. There we go. Any guesses? 243 grams. So, what's that, like more than half a pound? Fairly significant. Nice case as well. I think those are magnetic snaps. Pretty cool. Now, I've had some Silca stuff in the past that's worked really well, notably their pump. I also use their chain lube almost religiously on all my bikes. Their super secret chain lube, so big fan of Silca. And actually purchasing this was probably not the best experience that I've had from Silca, but let's walk through the individual bits. So we've got 2 mil, 2.5, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would have liked to see an 8 in there as well for axles, but 6 and below is kind of, for light carbon fiber assembly. That's where the money is, and the fact that it comes with the 2.5 is a nice touch. And then T10, 20, 25 on the torques. Typically on most bikes you're going to use 10 and 25. 20 is pretty uncommon. So if I were to swap one, I'd rather 8 mil. And then a Phillips head, which is great. And that one might be, no, they are individually labeled as well. Oop, dropping stuff here. So that's a nice little touch that they're all individually labeled. So you put them back in the case. That is cool. So let's take a look at the wrench itself and the attachments and how this all works. Hopefully, any suggestions on what I should use for a bit, because it's probably going to ask for one. So let's go 5 mil, because let's be honest, that's going to be the first one I'll probably lose. So what do we have? Do not tighten past 8 Newton meters. Do not use to loosen. Interesting. So it's all about the tightening. I wonder why. I'm guessing you probably can use it to loosen, but I would also assume that that's going to throw out the calibration of the instrument, so don't do that. Silca nicely etched on there with the laser. Looks nice. Very nice red anodizing aluminum, it looks like. Alright, so how this guy works is you put your bit in. So in this case we've got our 5 mil. Put that in, and essentially what you're doing is you're twisting the tube of this, and what this arrow is going to do is align itself on these markings based on how much resistance you're giving it. So if I throw on the handle, which goes here, and now it's essentially kind of like a hex T, and you turn this, and that arrow will line up with the correlating torque. Conversely, if you don't want to use this as a torque, I don't want that to roll away, sorry. You can literally just use it as a wrench as well, I believe. Or like a, there you go. I think you'd actually put it this way. Is that how it goes? Let's flip that around. And now you're using it as a ratchet, I believe. And then it's adjustable on the top. Right there. Flips around. There we go. You can kind of see it engage and disengage. And then flip it to tighten. There you go. And that's all that this guy is doing. Probably don't use that one. Right? So I guess how you'd probably want to use this is like, you know, tighten your stuff down, probably just using a standard Allen key, get it fairly snug, and then bust this guy out, put your bit in, and, you know, in this case there's your 5mm, and then hit your torque spec on your carbon parts. Pretty simple. It's probably a little difficult to, you know, you need to have the leverage on this to tighten, so you're going to need some kind of key on there. And I'm guessing that extension is just simply that. And I guess you could actually, even if you wanted to, store some bits because they're magnetic. I probably wouldn't want to store random bits in the handle, but I guess you can. Just for reference, I would probably use it without this little extension, just like that. It's probably how I'll probably use it. And you know, look for this in future videos where I'm tightening down stems, usually bars, seat posts, things that are very picky, where people like to complain in my videos about how I don't use a torque wrench. Now I have one. There you go. Now I also wanted to give you my feedback on working with Silca on this one. I ordered this directly off Silca's website and was told it'd be 2 to 7 business days in their checkout. After 15 business days, I checked in and asked where it was, and didn't hear anything back. Another 5 business days went by. I sent another email asking status update. Now we are 20 business days, and still haven't heard back. We're now a month past, and so I ended up buying this on Amazon. So don't know where the first one is, but that's kind of where I am with Silca. A little unimpressed based on the quality of their tools, but you know, a month to me waiting to hear back is completely unacceptable on an, you know, $180 tool. So anyway, guys, that's my feedback. This is not paid content, obviously, and if they want to make it right, they know where to reach me. Alright guys, have yourself a fantastic week. Thanks for stopping by and checking this super cool tool out. Appreciate you as always. And we'll talk soon. Peace.